Hey, what's going on, man? Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir, and los gates, as the guy says. Arctic region, we got T-Ware of the LBM clan with two of his brosifs. We got Livy and Thergrin. Sorry, I mispronounced your names, but, well, spell something that makes a little bit more sense for me next time, would you please? Redo your names. Anyway, E100, I'm sorry, he's in the E100, he's got his buddy in a T110 E3, the Conqueror in the GC for the other guy. Standard battle. So, what's gonna happen here? I believe T-Ware sent in and put in another replay a long time ago with this E100. He did some crazy damage in it. And, well, we'll see what happens in this one. Automatically, right off the bat, going down to the southern end. That's kind of to be expected here. This is a typical heavy area. You have your mediums and your lights going towards the mid. Oh, we got somebody on the loose here with this RU-251. Nobody around to stop that from going on. This could be bad news bears for the M40 and the Conqueror. We got 3 artillery on our team. Wow, this is a stacked game for artillery. 3 on each team. It's pretty... Oh, this is going to be a nice shot. Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding me here, bro? 750 damage, I'm sorry, 235 pen. I don't know what happened there. Doing good angling here with this E100, keeping the front end away, and he's not pointing the turret at these dudes. He's keeping his turret away. It's exactly what you want to do there with this thing. It's kind of counterintuitive. Ooh, takes a side shot there. No pen on that. Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive. You would think that you would want to almost aim that turret at those dudes where that gun mount has got that nice thick armor, but no, not on the E100. On the E100s, you want to point away. So you see, we destroyed their RU-251, yep. So we're up 1 tank, but that's only a tier 8 tank. This is a tier 10 game, so it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. At least not yet, anyway. That's gonna be a nice one. That's... Yeah, you can't do that. That's 2 good hits on that T-54. Put him out of his misery. Come on. Come on. Nope. Well, in any event, that guy's gonna be... Ooh. That guy's gonna be staying back a little bit. Here's another T-54. Nice. 800. That's a good damage roll right there, son. Take 50% of that guy's health off. What are we losing here? What are our 2 tanks that we lose? We lost a WZ-111 and a Centurion 7-1, both tier 9. So now we just lost a freaking Badge Jet 25T. That's a tier 10, yeah. Okay, now they're starting to pull ahead just a little bit. It's not... All is not lost yet, but something's gotta happen here. We gotta get some tanks. We gotta knock some tanks out. And that T-54 Heavy there's almost dead too. There we go. I like those T110 E3s. Those are some pretty darn good tank destroyers. American TD there. Those things are pretty darn powerful. Plus a Carnarvon. That's only a tier 8, but at this point we are losing way too many tanks. We need to start getting some kills here. This would be a good kill if we can get this guy. This IS-7. I'm surprised they're not pushing harder up here in this north. I mean, look, they only have 3. Granted, they don't know how many tanks we have on our team, but they got quite a few tanks up here to be able to push. Yeah, that's a tough shot right there. These guys are taking a little bit more fire. He's got an ammo rack. You repaired it. You're still getting hit on the sides. What we got over here? IS-7 shooting in on him. Cannot stay here. M103 fired. Now you can get a good shot in on him. There it is. What did he shoot there? Shot high explosive. I wonder why you did that. Let me know down in the comments, T-Boy. Why did you shoot the high explosive there? I think you could be penning this guy with your armor piercing. No, he's loading up the gold. Heat's 334, 750 damage. T57 heavy and the M40 coming in big. That M40, did you see that shot just go right over this dude's dome, knock out that M103? That's actually a really big play, even though it's a tier 9 tank. If it relieves some of the pressure, and it's probably also keeping that IS-7 back a little bit too. You know, with artillery, those guys can be real game changers. One good shot can really slow down an opponent, if not take them out. And now these guys are coming back just a little bit. But they did really good to be able to hold this corner until that artillery could get a good shot in there. I don't know what did 907 damage that IS, or 900 some damage that IS-6, but here we go. Come on. Come on, T110. Put a good shot on it. Put a good shot in on him. No. Artillery did though. Couple big hits, couple big plays by these tanks, man. Ooh. You gotta be frustrated with that one. That's gotta be frustrating right there. Good. He pulls up, nice flat part of the armor, smack with that HE. That was a good play. Way to be aware of what's going on. You know, game awareness isn't just map awareness. It isn't just your location on the map. You know, it's not just one thing. You have to be aware of where you are. You have to be aware of your surroundings. And you have to be aware of what the enemy is doing in relation to the rest of the map. And finally, aware of what's the best type of ammo to be firing. Once you play this game long enough and you're used to just occasionally glancing at the map, making sure what's going on and all that. Once you play the game long enough and you do that out of habit, you can start focusing in on the smaller and smaller details. And it's the little details that add up to a really good game. Especially when you get to these higher tiers, most players know what they're doing. They're not going to make big mistakes. Most of the higher tier tankers, they're not going to do stupid things. They're going to, they're not going to just, unless they just have like no time left or something like that, but they won't just run out in the middle of nowhere, out in the open, exposing their flanks. They're going to side scrape. You know, they're going to stick with teammates. They're going to know when to go back to cap. They're going to know when to push. They're going to know how to do those things. But it's the little things that make all the difference. Like with the E100, knowing to change or to not face the turret towards people that are shooting at you. You know, little things like that. Yeah, these guys did a great job. Him and what's the guy's name there in T110? Live in the live. Yeah, probably just live. That's what I'm gonna call you. Live in the T110 and T-Ware in the E100, really holding down that corner. Did a great job. We had artillery coming in hot, making a couple really good key clutch shots that really turned it around in the IS-7 down there. And you come up with a victory. That's how that works, ladies and gents. That's how that works. Let's go take a look at those slides. Nice, bro. Victory, obviously, but Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, the old MB8T. MBAT. 52,000 credits earned, 53,000 roughly, and 3,600 XP. Look at that over there in the IS7, IS7, IS7. Didn't really realize this during the gameplay, but Lidl. All in the same clan. Makes sense, huh? All I7s, all in the same clan. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we got this sorted for damage dealt. T-Ware did the most with 3,789. He had some really big shots in bros. Some really big shots in them. Let's see. He had a couple of I think he had a 700, maybe a couple of 800 shots. 800 plus 800, that's going to add up real quick. You know what I mean? And the opposing, their team T92, 4,000 XP, or 4,000 damage dealt. Next highest is the Object 140 with 3,000. On our team, it's the M40, M43. Remember, that guy polished off that M103, I think it basically one shot. I think he did like 900 or so damage on an M103. So yeah, about 400 more than artillery, and that's that's a pretty darn high up there. Arty too. I think that's a 10, or is it a 9? I can't remember. Theragram with 1,897. Of course, he's a conqueror. He's also artillery, so sometimes the higher tier arties, to me anyway, they feel like some of them can be bullseye accurate, and some of them are just like the GW Panther, man. I'm playing that thing, and I don't feel like it's accurate at all. And we got live in the T110E3 with 1,544, but really those two dudes, T-Ware and Live, really held that corner. Okay, final slide. 12 shots fired, 10 direct hits, 7 pens. Let's see, he took 11 hits, only 2 out of the 11 hits penned, 9 bounces. So he was doing a good job there. He even took some in the side, of the turret, and bounced them too. But here is the big problem with these games. So tier 10 tank, right? He's a big beast of a tank. He earned 52,000 credits. And while he wasn't destroyed or anything, he still had 13,000, basically 14,000 credits to repair the sucker. 38,520 for the ammo. Granted, he did fire a heat round, maybe 1 or 2 heat rounds, but still, 12 rounds, that's like what? That's more than 2,000 a shell, so that's pretty darn expensive. 3,000 for the consumables with a net loss of 2,500. No premium. That's the problem that we got. I keep harping on this, but over and over and over again. But that's the problem that we got with these games, man. You have a MBAT like T-Ware had here with that mastery badge, and you still end up losing 2,523 credits. I mean, that's just, to me, that shouldn't be that way. It should be. You'd figure it would be all positive. See, if he would have had premium, well, he would have made 23,000 credits. So, it's the little games of wargaming players try to get you to shell out that cash. Anyway, thank you so much for sending this in, dude. Really cool job there. Really showcased how two dudes, when they sit on a corner, how they can really hold this thing down and pull off a V with it, even though they were down at the beginning. They held out long enough there between combined arms. Were able to get a couple good shots in on those tanks, get them to start weakening up a little bit, start backing off, and then get a couple more lucky hits from allied tanks and getting them destroyed and pushing forward. So again, thank you so much for sending this in. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, comment, leave comments down below. T-Word always be happy to hear the good stuff that you guys think that he did. Obviously, he did have a good gameplay. You don't get MBATs out of nothing. I think I'm going to stick with that little abbreviation too. But you don't get MBATs for nothing. You don't just hand those suckers out, especially in E100. This is a big tank. A lot of people will love this thing, and they play it to death. You know what I'm saying? So, he obviously had a good game, so let him know down in the comments. Also, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Follow me on Twitter at Dami0, or twitter.com/Dami024. Follow me on Twitch for twitch.tv/Dami24. And if you are interested in supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click down in the description. There's a little thing on there for PayPal that you can go ahead and click. And you can donate to the channel. All the stuff right now is going back towards the channel. in the respect that it's helping me afford a new computer. And then depending on when it is, if it's not doing that, it's helping me pay my bills, which is also something important, because if I had student loan service providers knocking on my door, I wouldn't really have the opportunity to make videos, right? So in any event, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.